Hey guys, let's talk about it. The day of curiosity. I'm gonna read from the birthday book. I think that's what we're gonna do when we go live is the birthday book because it allows me to not, get so anxious. Just stay focused on the book. So thanks for being here. The day of curiosity. I'm so curious. I actually haven't read this. I like to just discover together. So, people born on March 23rd seem to be curious about everything, but their investigations into what they find around them usually come down to the most fundamental events, thoughts, feelings, and ideas concerning existence. Okay. Questions of life and death, youth and old age, and basic human emotions are the greatest interest to them. Their approach to life is principally specific, or I'm sorry, principally specific. Sorry. Listen. What? Questions of life and death, youth and old age, and basic human emotions are the greatest interest to them. Their approach to life is principally scientific, although they may or may not be scientists themselves. They are constantly digging, probing, and testing what they come in contact with. Hey guys, I was just talking to my mom about life and death and that I'm concerned that I'm not going to reconcile certain things with my dad specifically before he passes. Hey Papa, because sometimes he watches. But we're on a trajectory. We opened up the gate to reconciliation, but the things that we have to reconcile are very like a supernatural reconciliation. It's not like we had this argument in of the 3D. It's like I can't get into it right this second, but I'm so curious. Like I don't want to take certain things to the grave, but like anyways, these people will not accept any concept or idea until it has been tested and not advise others if they lack the facts to make a highly educated suggestion. I talk about that a lot. To never assume and to pinpoint the source, and not word of mouth. And it's even difficult to trust the word on paper. But, anyways, here we are. Let's read the word on the paper. Okay. Consequently, they are difficult to fool since their decision-making process is informed by the hard bedrock of experience. On the other hand, their perceptions, cold from such experience, tend to become cherished and reluctantly abandoned. Those born on this day may rather stubborn insofar as they will not want to give up on a theory no matter how much evidence is presented against it. Once something has been proven true to them, they tend to cling to it. How are you guys doing? Thanks for being here. The day of curiosity. The strength in this day is strengths. Interesting, versatile, and caring. Weaknesses, over-involved and voyeuristic. I never heard that word. And the tarot is represented by the Hierophant. So it's like the connection. It's like, okay, so here we are connecting to what? Have any of you had like a supernatural experience? It's like you can't just you, you, you know, it changes you forever, especially if it is connected to family. My mom told me this morning, she's like, you could, she's like, it might be time to just let it go. I'm like, I'm just getting started uncovering the mysteries. I'm getting the Dial of Destiny, Indiana Jones's last movie. They're sitting at the table and somebody says to her, I forget, they're like, why are you pursuing this mystery that made your dad go mad? And she's like, well, I found a clue. It's like, and it's just like this never ending, right when you just want to just put it all down, you come across something that you can't, so curious. Okay, so those born on this day are extremely versatile and can make friends with people from the most varied walks of life. They are not afraid of taking risks, but must be aware of the lure of gambling for its own sake, whether in the casino or in the still more hazardous world of everyday life. Nonetheless, these people have strong physical impulses which be expressed even when occasionally involving danger. Although they usually stick to more traditional areas of exploration, they may also have an attraction for strange circumstances or people which come their way. This is simply a projection of their own highly unusual nature, which so often remains unrevealed to the world, and it feels like to even themselves. It's like the mystery of self and the connection of divine. It never gets old. Those born on this day generally manifest an interest in and love for children, even if they themselves are childless. But this is not to imply that these people are particularly childlike, fanciful, or playful. Their approach to children is, as with most areas, basic, scientific, and effective rather than subjective or emotional. I've said this before, but I did one of those characteristic things where it describes is like a human condition survey, and one of the questions that was asked, or one of the characteristics that was determined after I filled it out, was that I fear, or I'm very good at connection out of fear of extinction. That's what it said. And so I've just said that because of my interest in children, although I don't want any. But it's like, that's why I have the babes. Okay. So, despite all of their numerous areas of investigation, human beings remain the prime concern of these people, particularly where development is concerned. Again, this interest is primarily scientific rather than being a search for warmth and comfort. Therefore, those born on this day may be taken up with learning about others, yet remain largely self-centered in their personal lives. They may also be mistaken for gregarious personalities when they are in fact just curious. All right, so within the microism and the macroism, there are worlds in their own time and space. I'm getting like the fourth Ant-Man. Have you guys seen that? Or is it the third one? It's like a species gets cast out into the to like the what's the realm, and it like creates a whole new world. The ants like become intelligent. Anyways, worlds within worlds. So it's a curious day. And my mom was trying to tell me to let some things go, and I was like, okay, Mom, but really I'm like, this is all I think about is my experience. And so it's just what it is. I'm like, seriously. How do you... Anyways, let's get just a couple oracles. I can't do tarot with my babes live because it's too intense. Maybe one day. My dad said to me, he's like, why does going live make you any different? And I was like, I don't know. Something's wrong with me, I guess. Seriously. I don't know. Path to mystery. You're stepping into a new expanded consciousness that you will soon master. I'm glistening. It's hot. I can't have the AC on because it's so loud, but whatever. The path to mastery. You're stepping into a new expanded consciousness that you will soon master. Let me just open the door. I'm like, seriously, I can't do this, you guys. Let there be light. Okay, just a couple more for this day of curiosity. Hey, Jesus Christ is here. And Platinum Pedra. My favorites. Just kidding, you're all my favorites. All right. How about one of these for this curious day? For my babes, path to mastery. Bless. There's just no possible way that we can't make progress with the mysteries as far as untangling them to a point where we can deliver, the message more organized. Because right now it's like we're just like we're just trying to figure it out, let alone deliver the understanding gracefully, ridiculously far from here. Okay. Obstacles, mountains. The obstacles have become our friends. They're just every day, all day. But then you get stronger if you just, it's like you can divert it or go around it. It's like just go around it. I had a dream once. Have you guys ever had a dream where you could fly? This is the most incredible sensation. And I guess it has to do with a moment where you're feeling free in life. But anyways, I was on this like marshmallow like thing, a white, big, fluffy, squarish flying carpet marshmallow. And I got to this wall. It was like a wall. It was more like a brick wall, like on my page. The front of my page has some significance to it I haven't discussed yet. But anyways, I was on this fucking thing floating like reminds me of Mario. And I just went around it like as with no hesitation. Like, what wall? I don't know. Would just figure out how to, the path to mystery is like, oftentimes I think that we'll never be able to pinpoint something because it's constantly evolving. We are evolving. And so it's so frustrating. The ones with the most power really want to have like this tight fucking control. And when the babes go outside of the lines, they can't handle it. It's like we live outside of the lines in the mystery, thriving in it. Like that one movie, Player One Ready, where the very essence of what the creator wanted was for you to stay within the mystery and swim around it and there is no final destination. And if you guys truly believe in, the magic and the afterlife and everything, there is no death. So it's like there is a system in the world here that benefits off of your fear of death, like massively. If we could all just not fear it. Actually, I know some people that don't fear it, which is awesome. It's a very curious world we live in. Humans and their fucking weird shit. Anyways, let's get a moonology for my babes. We're just gonna go with 2 more here. Forgive, full moon in Pisces. Forgive the fact that you just don't get to pin God down. It's like, ha! Okay, fine, we don't get to do that. I forgive you, God. You get to be in secret forever. It's not fair. We want to know. He's everywhere. He's in everything. He, she is, all things are possible here. Be proud of yourself. Last quarter moon in Taurus. Forgive and be proud of yourself. Okay, one more. And then I have to turn the AC on. The day of curiosity. Forgive and be proud of yourself. This message is messy, but hey, Alicia. Hello, Black Swan. How are you? I'm hot and bothered. No. Cosmic womb. The divine feminine. Should we read it? I don't know. You never die. You just go into some weird womb. Who knows? Actually, I feel like, the movies say so much and we just think it's fantasy. But there are those of us that have experienced supernatural situations where the movies reflect. And so it's like, who are these directors and the creators and the fucking, how do they, actually, I know a few secrets, but they watch us and they get their content from reality. Well, some of them. Anyways, Will of the Wisp, Treasures Hidden in the Shadows, number 62. I know the biggest treasures I ever found were in the shadows. Some of them were actually literally in the woods, in the dark, when I was lost. Okay, so treasures hidden in the shadows. More or less, the shadows within. Who are you fully? Not just the light side, but the integrating the shadow has been part of the message lately. And at the bottom, we have Fortune's Wheel. So, luck and right timing. The High Watchers. I wish I was warm. Cool off in a little bit, or turn it on while you're. Well, I would turn it on, but it's so loud. The shadows are questionable. Yes, they are. It turns out the only authority they have or the power is the power that you give it. So, I'm just going to leave it right there. Hey, Louis. Berlin. Blessed. All right, you guys, I love you so much. The day of curiosity. Keep the mystery alive and keep it all the way weird if you want. That's right, like the groundhog thingy. When is Groundhog Day? Yes, I understand. Thank you for understanding. I feel like a little bit of I'm just like scattered when we're live, but like we've only done this a few times, so we are in the process of, relaxing into it. And my dad said, well, just talk to the ones that are there and let their energy, guide you. Like, that's the problem. Their energy makes me too excited. And so that's what I think. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it right there. Jesus Christ. How do you come up with that name, bro? That's bold, bro. Jesus Christ. Jesus. All right. It's so good to connect you guys. You just truly don't know. I'll be back tomorrow for another day. The next day, we don't know, but it's gonna be a day of curiosity in some sense. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much. Until next time.